All right. I know I constantly say I'm going to make this a quick one, but this time I really am going to make this a quick one because I just wanted to vent some stuff that just happened on the Bernard Raleigh show. Shout out to the Bernard Raleigh show. Shout out to Mr. Let Go, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Salute to them all. So, the concept of competition is really what is holding Black men collectively back. It's keeping us behind because we are in competition with each other when it comes to how we compete for Black women. You see, this is a Black man thing. And here's what I mean by that. You're not competing with other groups for Black women because, quite frankly, they aren't as interested in them as we are by a long shot. By a long shot. See, I want Black men to start to see each other as brothers. If anything, stop. I want you to see us as, learn to treat me as a brother instead of for two distant strangers. When I see a Black man, I don't see competition for a woman that I'm attempting to get or a woman that um I already have and he's trying to get her from me. Or I don't see him as competition because he has a woman that I want. If we start to take on that type of thinking, you want to know where that leads us? Right where we are. It leads us right back to where we are right now. It leads us into the position that we're in right now. Try opening up anything in the Black community. I want you to try to open up anything in the Black community and see how quick Black men try to take it down. I repeat, see how quick Black men try to take it down. You open up a barbecue shop, right? Oh, yeah, it'll start off good. It'll start off good. You start getting some customers. People come in and they start enjoying your barbecue, and that becomes the new hotspot. And then as a result of this, you start making money. Uh-oh. That's right, you start making money. Uh-oh. And what do they do when they see you start making money? Uh-oh. They start eating Chinese food because you making money and bitches like money, and I can't have another Black man with money because we competing for the same bitches. So I can't let that nigga have my money. He got my money. He got more money than me. He's competition, so I have to bring him down. See, Let Go wasn't lying about what he was saying. Lying, yeah. He wasn't lying about what he was saying, that we see each other as competition, but that is the problem. It's a competition and everybody's losing. The journey for ethnic dominance is a team sport. It is not a individual thing. It is not an individual competition against the people who you claim to be on your team for a prize that isn't even prize worthy. It is not that type of party. If you think this way, you will never get ahead. I was shocked to see how many Black men was trying to tear Kevin Samuels down. But he was getting money. He was getting money. So you got to bring him down because he's competition, because bitches like money. You see, that is what crab barreling is. That is the essence of crab barreling. It's a bunch of crabs trying to be the first out the barrel, sabotaging others, is where competition leads. If you are a little boy, shout out to Mr. Lego for coming up with this analogy. If you're a little boy or a young man fighting for a girl, you have to build yourself up by putting him down. That thinking travels to adulthood, and then you have a bunch of adults that are constantly trying to put each other down. So when I say that this thought, that this need for competition is why black people are where they are, I mean that shit. I mean that shit. And don't be stupid enough to do it. Don't be stupid enough to fall for that trap. If you get with a woman because she's seen you beat up another guy, don't be surprised when she sees somebody whoop your ass and leave you. You're stupid. You're stupid if you're in chronic competition for somebody who requires that you compete in that way. That is the epitome of stupid. We are not animals. There isn't a single alpha out there that gets all of the women. We live in complex societies. There's a reason why the heavyweight champion of ass whooping don't have 3 billion women. There is a reason for that. It's because we are not bonobos. We are not chimpanzees. We are not gorillas. We are not orangutans. And we most certainly are not gibbons. That's why they are them and we are us. And that will change the moment you start behaving like them. That'll change the moment you start emulating society, emulating their society. That changes the moment. There's a reason why every time you've seen a lion, he's in a motherfucking cage. There's a reason for that. There's a reason that he's in a cage and we are out taking pictures of him in a cage talking about lions don't eat carrots. Lions eat whatever the fuck humans feed them. Whatever we feel like giving them, that's what they eat. You want to know why? Because we human. And we got it like that. And you want to know how we got it like that? By working together. One-on-one, a human cannot take a lion. I repeat, one-on-one, a human cannot take a lion. That's why they fed people to them in the Roman arena. Because they know the outcome. One-on-one, a human cannot take a lion. You maintain dominance over lesser species that compete with others for pussy by working collectively and taking them down. Not behaving like animals and winding up in a cage. There's a reason why so many brothers in cages right now. Because they was competing for pussy. They were competing for pussy. And I'm not saying all of them. They were competing for pussy. There's a reason for this, brothers. And trust me, I understand. Be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. There's always society cannot function if everybody's not, or society cannot excel if everybody is not working to contribute the most that they can to it. But don't get it twisted. It is an all hands on deck endeavor. And if your hands are not on deck and instead your hands is on a motherfucking Twinkie, then I do not want you as part of this society. Because it is a privilege, not a right. Understand that. And you are a liability, not an asset. If you are a person of any type, man or woman, if you're a person that just sits back and let them compete for you to the detriment because they can never make a group effort because one is always trying to outshine another, and you see this and you still let it happen, then you are Helen of Troy or Helen of Sparta, whatever you want to call her. You are Helen of Troy, Helen of Sparta, or what have you. You are that bitch that sits back and looks at it through the peers and say, look at all these men fight for me. Look at how all these men fight for me. This is so interesting. I'm fighting for them. And those dudes saying, we're lions. We're horses. Are you ready to die for this pussy? And she is just laughing her ass off at you. She is laughing as she watched their civilization destroy. She laughed at the destruction of Troy. But hey, competition, right? That type of competition, how does that type of competition build anything? I gave an example of how it destroyed something. How does it build anything? Sometimes they just want to see shit get destroyed. I mean, they're always safe. No matter who wins, she don't lose in this endeavor. No matter what, she's okay with the outcome. But hey, that's why animals wind up in cages. All right, so there's one here. Uncle Stu, appreciate you, and I appreciate all the cash apps and super chats, managers and moderators. I appreciate the members. If you're not a member, please consider joining. I appreciate everybody. We're not in competition. We're brothers. I only compete with those who choose to compete with me. If you want to open up a business, I will support you. And if through my support you make more money than I do, I still support you. It doesn't make sense for me to see you as competition. I'm not going to try to tear you down because it will give me access to some pussy. It's not that serious. I don't want the pussy that will require destruction to get it. This is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace. Hold on right quick. Zone says, I'm going to open up a donut shop to compete with GC. Now, for those of you who don't know, Zone's Asian. Zone is Asian. Zone, I don't want that challenge. I don't want to compete with you for with a donut shop. Reason being is because you will have a wife who works at that donut shop for free. You will have subsequent children who works at that donut shop for free. But more importantly, the Black customers will go to you because you're not a competition for Black women. They're going to say, oh, GC is making money. Let me go to Zone. And the Asian people are going to go to you because they see you as their brother. So until things straighten up amongst our people, I will not try to compete with you in the basis of a donut shop. Challenge not accepted. This is GameChanger 00100. Once again, game over. Thanks to Deacon Dave. Peace.